in this franchise. This is week 11. Yeah. I think the Browns only got one loss so far on the season. The Eagles, I'm not sure. Wow. 2-7. Man. Yeah, I didn't really follow the Eagles like that, but
today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA
it should be a
Sports.
pretty good game. For those of you just not tuning in, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you enjoyed this video, if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing.
Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Garden. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They've got a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want to get to 9.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Out come the Eagles for their first drive.
Let's get it.
In his 5th year,
Carson Wentz. He okay. He all right. 18 touchdowns, 6.
Win the game, without a doubt.
Damn.
He played pretty well. I mean, he
I
didn't
see
turn
how
over
they
the ball
only
in terms of
2
interceptions.
and 7
passes
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Okay.
Involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
All right.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Let's go.
This is picked up by the Browns. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Here come the Browns on offense with Baker Mayfield, the former #1 overall pick at quarterback.
We got 18.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, 2nd most in the NFL.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 9 carries, 61 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on
grab. You probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
One more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
9 yards on line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3.
A new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
All right, let's go. 1st and 10. So what play do I want? Try to hit up.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Landry.
47.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Good run, Baker.
13-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, is the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 10 more there and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. Wentz going to throw. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The numbers for Jeffrey from last week: 7 catches, 90 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Mac Wilson.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2.
Who forced that, though? Oh, that was Olivier Vernon.
Starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery and finding the tight end Hooper. That catch good for only a couple. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Man.
Return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check. Here we go. Ready? Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And his throw is
They
incomplete.
were not on the same
He was looking
page.
for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground.
They gonna kick a field goal if the
They
wind
certainly had
ain't
good
too
starting field
strong.
position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that
Good
drive
D.
started, they had
Good
6
defensive
points that
stand.
they were thinking about.
The kick by Elliott is good.
All right.
And they are on the board, but still trailing.
I'd rather
It's
take 3
7-3.
instead of taking 7.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he'll get this inside of
Man,
20 before being
I thought he was gonna
taken
score.
down. A big play there on the catch and run.
He was
59
gone.
yards. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
They do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, Mayfield. Flush to his right.
Oh my God!
Intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
2 picks.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still
Triple
the
coverage,
interception.
man. That was stupid on my part,
He
man.
did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
His throw incomplete. Fair to say,
We don't
hasn't
need
been his
that,
best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of
I was
help
just
out there
telling
either.
him my
Yeah,
part.
you nailed it pretty well.
Really
you know,
stupid.
he's got to throw it better.
And I seen
Gotta get more
each
help.
defender
Obviously,
right there.
one
I
that should've
don't know
been
why.
done. They got to find a way to bring those
I
two
did.
elements together so they can make some progress
Where
in
I
this
threw
one.
that ball in the triple
And he
coverage.
gets 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass.
asking
Looked
for
like it was coming
interception by
together.
throwing that
Looked like there
ball.
was an opening. Still,
that.
ended up with a solid gain.
Lesson learned. That's the second
Face
damn
a
pick,
3rd
though.
and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Here's Wentz to throw. And the Browns pressure
Who
gets
that
to
is?
him that time, and he's going to go
Ogunjobi?
down.
Yeah.
Larry Ogunjobi make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. JoJo Natson back deep. Fielded at the 33. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning,
Yeah,
so
I
maybe
gotta
they've
get
been able
Odell
to do some
involved,
other things
man.
effectively,
Straight
I
up.
guess.
Like
They
right
found
now,
other
I'm trying
ways,
to get him
haven't
up
they? Because
across
the
the
receivers
middle.
will tell you, offense needs to run through
Maybe not
us.
across the middle,
But
on the
they're
other side
managing
of
to
the
get it
field.
done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the
Another interception?
Again with the interception, his 3rd.
Yeah, I'm forcing it. See, I'm forcing it. I'm tripping.
When he went on the move there and started
I'm
rolling
having
out,
a
I
really
thought there
bad
was a
game,
window,
man.
but that window close quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now on first down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him
Way to
much
slip
space.
off of that block,
A
still
loss
gets
results
tackled.
there.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun. Wentz.
Ogunjobi, this boy.
Back at the 42. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading back out, Baker
Baker's been having
Mayfield
a
as we
terrible
call up our
game,
player
man.
spotlight.
3
On one hand, as we
interceptions,
look at some of
2.
his struggles with the 3 interceptions, he's got to be upset. On the other hand, they're still winning this game.
So how does he take care of the ball the rest of the game? That's what his
That's
teammates are
terrible.
interested in because they
I've been
pick
making
things
some
up for him
horrible
throughout.
decisions.
You got to look over the defensive side, the kicking game. Those
Read
guys
the
have made it
field
work
better.
for him. Now his goal, not mess up anything else down the stretch.
Yeah, forget about those 3 picks. Move on.
Certainly appeared to take away his first
Gotta
read,
move
and by
on.
the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And
There we
he'll
go.
get this up to the 34-yard line.
Get my rhythm back.
15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. A first down throw for Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Mayfield now from the 50. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Everybody stay under control. Let's just make plays, man.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Mayfield on first down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Real. Mike's 47. Watch screen.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Seibert on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's James. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 78 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. It was still more than a go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it when given the opportunity.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. He'll look his way again, this time 19 yards. The quick slant. He won't quite make it to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. JoJo Natson now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
Brought down by Nate Gary.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run with the goal. Shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
First down, they'll run with Hunt. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
How about our reigning week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Working out of the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. You remember me? You remember me?
A run for Nick Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. This run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is JoJo Natson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Browns to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there.
Wing
And making a nice
hurt,
play
man.
defensively. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. First down, Mayfield. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let him know. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield now. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Check back 21. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, check back 21.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 2 yards on that play. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And that will be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Seibert's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wentz now on 1st down. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there. 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Wentz to throw again. This short throw caught by Goddard.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wentz on target to Rager. 1st down Eagles.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 51, Mike. Mike, 51.
Now Wentz again. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Wentz. Sanders has it over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard pass. 100 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The Eagles on. And this Browns defense stands tall. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Still on his feet. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Can't do that.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Check back 21. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these cry all the way back.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Mayfield looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
180. 51's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. 51.
They run it again with Chubb. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. They go with Chubb on second down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.